Back with us this morning on The Blend is Matt Wilczek. He is the Director of Operations for Oasis Senior Advisors Mid-Michigan. Welcome back to the show, Matt. In the past, you've talked about how the COVID pandemic obviously is forcing us into quarantine, and that's a challenge for everybody, but especially so for the elderly. Talk about that. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, well, due to the pandemic, most of us have been staying home, and that's probably a good thing. But hunkering down may actually be making our health worse. Staying at home has increased behaviors that may or may not be so healthy, such as sitting for long periods of time, or snacking, or eating, or even drinking in excess, zoning out on the TV. All of that has proven to be bad for your health. In fact, social isolation has been shown to be as bad for you as smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day.
Wow. Yeah, we're such social creatures, so isolation, of course, is going to make that worse, right?
That's right. So you need to make sure you're getting up and getting out of your chair, setting an alarm, maybe walking around the house, doing a few squats and knee raises. Make sure the blood is flowing. Exercise is so important. And if you have the internet, there's hundreds of free programs right now doing yoga or Tai Chi or seated fitness programs. Older adults should be getting at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. And as you mentioned, we can't forget about our brain health. It's important to keep those connections going. Television can be a great escape, but it does nothing for your brain. So consider doing puzzles or games or reading, even art or writing in a journal. And interacting with family and friends has become so important to keep your brain engaged and building new brain cells.
Yeah, actually, my husband was talking his mom through last night, setting up a Zoom account so they can have virtual meetings and more connections with each other.
That's right. Stay social. Interaction is good for your brain and good for your mental health too.
And real quickly, tell people a little bit more about Oasis Senior Advisors Mid-Michigan if they're not familiar with who you are and what you do.
Yeah, we help seniors and their families transition to all forms of senior living options. And you can call us at any time for no cost, no hassle consultation. We'd be happy to help.
Yeah, it's such an overwhelming idea to even think about where do you go, what's right for the situation, and you guys can really help parse out what's going to be best for you or your loved one.
Yeah, you don't have to feel like you're alone in all of this. We have lots of great resources and we'd be glad to help.
Yeah. Matt Wilczek, Director of Operations for Oasis Senior Advisors Mid-Michigan. You can find them online. So many great tips today for keeping mentally and physically engaged as best we can during the pandemic, while also trying to keep ourselves safe in the social scheme as well. Thank you, Matt, for your time.
My pleasure.